What's up, guys? Tim Halstead here for another quick episode of DragBoss Garage. So what you're looking at there is the first Cleveland block made in 1968 on the left, and on the right is Tim Meyers TrackBoss Performance Products 351 Cleveland aftermarket block. Check that out. Those are Scott Cook's SCM 4V heads, polished. Yeah, they're pretty trick. That intake is a factory Ford intake. I'm not sure that oil pan, but these parts are going on a polished Cleveland block into a Pantera. Look at those combustion chambers. Yeah, these heads flow. There's no doubt about that, Scott Cook. They make some good power. Look at the intakes. Nice. Very cool. Looks like a sheet metal oil pan. Very trick. That car is going to haul for sure. But yeah, I think that's a factory Ford. I thought it said D2AE, but I don't know. Maybe someone will throw some information on there. Now here's just a mock-up, but come on. This is the TrackBoss Performance Products Alcoa Super Alloy 351 Cleveland TrackBoss block, baby. Yeah, you hook that up with that ZF transaxle or whatever it is those Panteras had. That thing would be wicked. Although I don't know how strong that transaxle and transmission are. But yeah, look at the job, that polishing. Nothing looks like a Cleveland, I'll tell you. Now here's a couple of blocks, and I'm not sure if they're 9.2 or 9.5, but I know that they were being evaluated and going to Australia. I think they already shipped, but these are the TrackBoss Performance aluminum blocks that Tim Meyers making. Stout, there's no doubt about that. But all blocks get pressure tested. Mine's there now. The blocks that you saw in the beginning, the 68 Cleveland block and my TrackBoss block are at Tim Meyers. He's pressure testing it. He did the Stroker CNC program, which you'll see some pictures of here. So these are all holding pressure. That's the worst thing you worry about in an aluminum block is some leak or porosity. Now there's my block, old number 9. Getting ready to have the lifter bores made into 904 inside diameter. That's the CNC Stroker program that Tim did, and it was finished up by hand, a few areas, and deburred. Appreciate the help at TrackBoss Performance Products. Yeah, she's ready. So this block's going off to BS. Now here's a little surprise. Now these are the molds I think that they use to make the TrackBoss block. Now these are the ones for the iron block that Tim just poured. And then they make the cores and the patterns. I'm not sure the exact process, but that's what it looks like after it's poured. It's a raw 351 Cleveland TrackBoss Performance product iron block. 288 pounds right there, baby. And that's unmachined. It's pretty cool to see an unmachined block in this detail. Just looks solid. 288 pounds. I'm a full Cleveland block. I think I weighed it was 198. So, you know, it'll lose some on machine work, but this thing may be able to go to 230 bore. One of the biggest issues with the Cleveland block was the core shift, that thin wall casting. This is one of the original cast blocks that he had cut up to evaluate for core shift. And I think the issue with core shift on a Cleveland is that front architecture that covers up the timing chain area. I don't know if that affects the block's integrity or makes it difficult to cast, but it seems problematic. It's cool to kind of see these pictures of the cylinders and the mains and how they're all integrated into each other. You don't see it here, but he does do the threads and has them rolled, not tapped. And there may be a picture of that. Tim does a lot of in-house manufacturing. He makes his own lifter bore bushings on a lathe. Coming up is my number 9 TrackBoss block. And this is the process that we use to CNC hone that. We're going to be 904 lifters, so he's going to make this a little bit smaller so we can hand hone it at BES. It's amazing to watch these machines work. And then the next picture you're going to see is them being finished. They look stellar. Can't wait to get this at BES, get them working on it. They're also going to have the 68 block that he's going to sonic test this week. Not sure what I'm going to do with that block. But, you know, I think it needs to be built into something. Now I chose to use manganese cam bearings that Tim makes in-house. These are going to be 55 millimeter. I avoided the needle bearings. I guess there's some issues with them, and there's really not that much difference in horsepower, they say. But these are a pretty big bearing. Definitely hold a big cam. Keep it stable. It's amazing the work that has been developed over the past couple years with Tim working on this block. I added this picture because it was kind of cool to watch this machine work. You can see the heated coils at the top, heating up the plastic. There's some can bearings there, and he's going to seal them, get ready for shipping. Now Tim also makes his own core plugs out of aluminum machines, and you'll see in the next picture there's a couple of examples of them. Now the next picture you're going to see is pretty cool. That's a huge block of billet steel that's going to be turned into a main cap for the TrackBoss Performance Products Cleveland. Everything is CNC machined. It's set up in the machine and milled. A little bit different angle. So every one of them is made by Tim. Look at that. Definitely heavy duty. Cleveland's had heavy duty bottom ends right from the factory. It's pretty cool. I think what I like most about the main caps is the appearance of the sides. That burnished look. Just can't beat that. Here's another picture. So now if this iron block is coming through, there's going to be a game changer for sure. There they are set up. Now this next picture is from his Alcoa display, as it does use a super hot alloy from Alcoa, the strongest aluminum block made. And here's another idea he's working on. One set cylinder sleeves. They slide in and out. Obviously they don't slide in that easy, come out that easy. Pretty unique. I've never seen that before. Here's just a quick picture of one of the TrackBoss blocks all set up, finished. See the pistons rotating nice and easy through there. Finally, we're getting somewhere with these blocks, Tim. Some production models already made. Examples out there, the ones that are going to Australia. TrackBoss 1 is ready to dyno again with some changes. That's just another raw core of the aluminum block. And there's the man, Tim Meyers, TrackBoss Performance Products. Stay tuned.